Jenness Cortez begins her creative process by selecting another artist's iconic painting to serve as the centerpiece of her own original composition. Depending on her response to that chosen painting, the artist who created it, and the time and culture that gave birth to it, Cortez then becomes author, art director, architect, visual journalist, art historian, curator, and pundit, as she searches for supportive elements, such as books, photographs, and clocks, to assist in telling her story. Completion of the painting involves thousands of choices, each one determined by her highly perfected intuitive sense of what is needed. Then, when all the elements are in harmony, in service to her vision, the viewer is drawn into the picture. And it is this instantaneous seduction that leads us into exploring the hidden pleasures awaiting our discovery. Like the old master she admires, Cortez renders textures of fabric, surfaces of wood, the tactile quality of a piece of fruit, an aged piece of paper, and so on, with convincing realism. In the same way, the famous works portrayed in her compositions are painted with deep respect for their creators. Her careful creative process adds to both the viewer's understanding and appreciation of these famous works of art. Each Cortez painting becomes a means for the artist to tell us about herself, her aesthetic interests, about painting in general, and how she feels about the world. And now, I invite you to watch each intriguing episode of this series as artist Jenness Cortez helps us to demystify the masters.
Hello, I'm Jenness Cortez. As a painter who's inspired by paintings, I've often incorporated replicas of the works of other artists in my own work. Now, using my own paintings as starting points, I invite you to join me in looking at the hows and whys and the little-known stories of some great art. I promise that this acquaintance with the masters, when you take it to your heart, can change the way you see the world. But why art? Why does the world need art? Why do our communities, our families, and we ourselves need art? Why, considering all the uncertainty and trouble in the world, does art even matter? I'll answer with more questions. Where does the sun never set but in art? Where else does the past seem as vivid as this current moment? Where else is an adventure so real that we become part of the story? Where else but in art is the light so bright and real that the very sight of it warms and cheers us even in the middle of winter? This is art. Learning to really see art can mean learning to see the whole world every day in new and richer ways. It doesn't take any special preparation to start the process, and the rewards grow as you explore. Maybe you've already felt art's drawing power and want to better understand and more deeply experience it. Or maybe you already love art and the lore of art history. Or maybe you're just curious. If any of those possibilities ring true, you're in the right place. These episodes are entertaining investigations into the minds, hearts, intentions, and techniques of gifted artists, and into the intriguing details of times and places that influence their work. Join me now as I explain my own works of art and the ways they can serve as keys to demystifying the secrets of great painting.
If you enjoyed this episode of Demystifying the Masters with Jenness Cortez, like it, share it, and subscribe to our channel. If you are an art collector planning to enhance your collection, we invite you to view more of the Cortez work at JennessCortez.com.